Okay, just an exciting win for us. Happy for our kids. Tough game, the whole game. You knew we were playing an incredibly gifted offensive team, has a lot of weapons. Coach Mack has really moved the puzzle around, suffering probably one of the most devastating losses in college basketball when his point guard goes down to retool. Playing well, they can score the ball. Really concerned with their transition offense and their three-point shooting ability. I thought our kids were tough and resilient. We kind of stayed in the moment. I know we got down 8-10, or maybe the biggest lead was 9, I believe. I don't recall. It was more.
13.
It was 13. Well, I failed math. I think it's a tribute to the players. Continue to improve, continue to believe. I think we've really improved from the first Big East game to this game. I think every game we're showing a little bit more grit, a little bit more urgency, and another Big East battle and an incredible home crowd on the road. So I'm proud of our kids.
And was that the most important or maybe biggest win of the season, depending on where it is?
I would say it's the biggest win of the season thus far. Given the circumstance of which we're in, battling in our league with Seton Hall and Marquette playing as well as anybody. We're right there in the middle of the pack. We're just trying to continue to improve and, hopefully at the end, be one of the schools that are invited to the big dance.
Carrie, you want to take us through that last 15 seconds? I know it was live ball, but what were you guys looking to get out of there?
We got the rebound. I pushed it up the court. I went to the sideline. I was originally going to call a timeout. Coach told us to just play. I drove in middle. I remember seeing Rodney behind me. Me and Rodney get a lot of those little pitch back. I tried to set a screen for him. Then Rodney passed the ball, and then I remember Isaiah getting the ball, and I remember it was the same exact pass he gave me. I believe it was the Butler game at home. Same exact place, same exact spot, just the opposite side of the floor. It just flipped, and he just gave me the confidence to knock it down. When he passed me the ball, he's like, "Kai, we need this, knock it down." And I took the shot, and fortunately it went in.
You get a sense like how, obviously you shot it, how deep you are, but when you're on the court in that moment, do you realize, I very far from the basket, defense can't even stretch out to guard me. That's why.
I mean, we take a lot of shots and practice a lot of reps from different areas on the floor. We've all been put in that situation before, and I just thanks to the coaches for giving us those practice shots. Went in.
Is that as good as you shot the three-pointer as a team? You had 12 tonight.
I didn't know we had 12. I was just passing the ball. I didn't.
I thought, did we make 6 in the first half, maybe? I thought it was 6 and 6.
6 and 7 at one point.
When we came out of the huddle, I said, if we limit their 3-point makes, let alone attempts, I said, we're going to make 4 or 5 in this half. Just make sure you take the right ones, trying to give our guys enough confidence. In our past really 2 close games at the end of the game, I haven't called timeout. And that was something that we talked about in the huddle. And then I told Kyron, if we get a rebound, if they score, I'm going to call timeout. But my gut told me don't do it. Don't do it.
They didn't have a field goal for the last 3:32. You just talk about your defense down the stretch.
I thought we were dialed in. They missed a couple of easy shots too. I thought Patton's layup. I think he had a layup in front of the rim that just rimmed out. And he's probably one of the best field goal percentage shooters in the country. The leprechaun from Boston was not on their rim this time, and we're fortunate to win. This is a really, really hard place to play.
Yeah, Cameron, you guys, I think you had a stretch there toward the end where you didn't score or didn't hit a field goal down the stretch, but yet you still found a way to get it done. How exactly did you go about doing that down the stretch there?
I think it was credit to our coaches. Every huddle, even though things are not going my way, weren't going my way, they stayed on me to stay aggressive. Don't give up with the game and don't settle down. They believed that the team needed me to be aggressive, and I just tried to do that.
Kyron, can you talk about the mental toughness of this team, given the fact that they were down for so much of this game
I didn't know we were down 13.
I didn't know we were down 13 either, but I just think that's been, the brand of basketball that we played with Coach Cooley before, ever since I've been here. We always been a group of fighters. We're going to go down swinging. Sometimes the ball doesn't fall in our way. It did tonight, but as long as there's time on the clock, we're just going to keep fighting.
Coach, how much does this squad compare to the 13-14 team that kind of got rolling there at the end of the season and made a run?
Well, I think we only had 6 guys that played, so the roles were identified pretty early with that group. Once Chris went down with an injury, Rodney had an injury, Brandon injury. So we were able to shape it, and I talked to Coach Mack today about it. We were able to shape it in November to get to that point. You guys have a great team here, and he's trying to reshape it on the fly in the middle of the season, which is very, very, very hard to do. You know what I mean? So at least we had a chance to find out what our identity was in November and December. They already had an identity, which had to be kind of tweaked a little bit with the injury of arguably one of the fastest point guards in the country, was leading assists in the country. So it's a credit to Coach Mack and his staff getting his players to dial in a different way. And again, in our league, you saw the game today. I don't know if, Villanova's in the battle, Georgetown's in the battle. I mean, it's hard winning, man. You get a win, you run out of that gym as fast as you can and be the happiest you can be. Seriously, guys, it's a brutal league. It's a fun league. And it's a well-prepared league. I think the coaches do a really, really good job in our league. So it's not like you can just show up and kind of lollygag to a W. If you get a win, you've been in a heavyweight bout for 15 rounds, and we all feel like that right now, getting ready to go home.
Tyron, any way you can put that feeling into words when you hit a shot like that to give your team a win that you really needed?
I was just really happy, really happy. I thought it was a couple games that I could have managed the end of the game better, and I felt that I let my teammates down. But, they picked me up, just kept giving me confidence to keep playing, and they gave me the confidence to make that shot. I don't think people realize how much just telling a guy knock this shot down gives them that much more confidence when they shoot the ball. And I thought when my teammate did that for me, it really helped me.
Good luck coming down the stretch, guys. Good luck.